Hello and welcome back in this very requested video by Mr. Anarchist Pineapple. So he requested a Dodge Viper killer, and as you can see I made a Dodge Viper killer, as you will see with the specs and everything. But as you can see, it's a wagon. Yes, it's a wagon, or station wagon as you will call it, because this is the best way to embarrass a supercar or a very sporty car, as you may set the Viper type. Okay, so this is the chassis that I made, which is aluminum panels for the body panel, as you can see, and monocoque chassis type, lightweight, advanced, high-strength steel for the chassis material. Front longitudinal engine placement with double wishbone front suspension and multi-links in the rear. +3 quality on the chassis. Moving on, this is the engine that I made, which is a 90 degrees 10-cylinder engine with aluminum block, 95mm on the bore, 91.7mm on the stroke, which equals 6.5 liter or 6500 cc engine. Dual overhead camshafts with 4 valves per cylinder, aluminum head materials with variable valve lift technology, forged steel crankshaft with lightweight forged connecting rods and lightweight forged pistons. As you can see, I'm using +2 quality on the internals. I'm using 11.4:1 compression ratio with 34 on the cam profile and 99 on the variable valve lift profile, so I can give it that extra oomph when you put your foot down. I'm using also variable valve timing on all cams, +2 quality. As you can see, the cam profile is a normal 34 profile, because I want to make this is a, as you can see, because this is a wagon car or a wagon vehicle, and some of you or the customers that will buy it will drive it normally every day, and I want to give them a fuel economy and low-end torque when they are driving it normally from 500 rpm all the way to, let's say, 3500 rpm. And after that, the variable valve lift profile will engage, and as you can see, the engine will turn into a monster with 712 horsepower. Amazing. Moving on, naturally aspirated, direct fuel injection with throttle per cylinder or individual throttle bodies, and performance intake manifold and intake system. I'm using a premium 95 octane fuel, and 13.2 is the fuel mixture with 100 on the advanced ignition timing. 8000 is the RPM limit with +2 quality. As you can see, the headers are long tubulars with dual exhaust pipe. Each exhaust pipe is 3.2 inches or 82.5mm. I'm using dual high flow 3-way Corolla converters with dual, or actually quad, straight through mufflers with bypass valves with +2 quality here. And this is the end result: 712 horsepower, 506 pound-feet of torque. I think the Viper is a little bit, the Viper V10 is a little bit torquey because it's bigger. It's an 8.4 or an 8.2, I'm not really sure, but you get the point. It's an 8 liter or 8.4, 8.2 V10, and bigger engines with bigger bore and stroke tend to make more torque, but this one makes more power, a lot more power, because the Viper made 645 horsepower. This one is 712, more than a Hellcat. Let's see, the reliability is high, 79.2. The service cost is very minimum, which is great. The octane, I'm using nearly all of it. The emissions are low, the engine is clean, the engine has sporty noise to it, it's very responsive, it's smooth, has good smoothness to it. It's a little bit lightweight because I'm using aluminum block and heads, and also forged interior and lightweight forged internals. Okay, as you can see, the engineering time is fairly great. So as you can see, what I mean with fairly great, I mean that it's very good, because 126 only on the engineering time, I consider it really well for a high performance V10 engine with +2 quality on everything. Let's fire up that beast here. As you can hear, it sounds very smooth at low end, and when you put your foot down, it sounds amazing. Alright, so it sounds amazing, and now let's move on. As you can see, I'm using this 2009, it says here coupe, it's actually, or it should be wagon. Alright, 00 on the body and fixtures, no need for higher quality. I'm using this beautiful clean white paint with these looking, with this steel looking rims and these red brake calipers, as you can see. The fixtures are very elegant and simple and sporty at the same time. These beautiful headlights and these twin grills, the front license plate holder, the fog lights, these front vents, this front lip, these side mirrors and these side vents, these door handles, the fuel filler cap is here, side indicators, these side vents, twin exhaust pipes, these rear or tail lights, the license plate holder, the logo, and this spoiler, or what do you call it? Yes, spoiler, right? Spoiler, I think. Yes, under spoiler, on the roof with the antenna. Okay, the car looks elegant and spacious and sporty as well. Let's move on. As you can see, I'm using all-wheel drive type with dual clutch gearbox, 6-speed or 6 ratios. 342 kilometers per hour is the gearbox top speed, and there is no speed limit here, so you can put your foot down all the way. The spacing is 50-50. I tried to go lower, but the 0 to 100 time will get, let me see, yes, now that's correct. As you can see, that was a bug in the game, that you have to increase and decrease the power distribution, so the game will think again that you have an all-wheel drive system. Alright, let's continue. As I said, 50 on the spacing because less will equals, let's see what's happening here. Alright, now it's better. Alright, now we are back on the track. Okay, so less wheel spacing. Okay, we can, let's see if I can tweak it well, since the game got miscalculated. Okay, so if I want to drop it, alright, so we can drop it actually to 47. 47 gave us less wheel spin, 3.2 seconds from 0 to 100 with more sportiness value and more drivability value. Okay, that's great. I'm using electric LSD or electric limited slip differential, front and rear, 50-50 weight power distribution with +1 quality here. Radial sport compound, 245s front and rear. Let's see, +5 is the front offset. I want to go higher or lower. Alright, so if I want to give it, okay, so 25, let's keep it on 25. Alright, so 25 rear offset, 18-inch rims with 675 is the tire diameter, magnesium rim materials with 0 quality here, carbon ceramics in the front with 3 pistons, and as you can see, the rotor size is 375 millimeters. Carbon ceramics also in the rear, 2 pistons, 375 as well. Let me see if the brakes are, yes, they are perfectly balanced. Alright, this is not good. What's happening here? No, I don't want to ruin the car. As you can see, we have only a single warning light, which is a +1. But let me see if I can. Oh, come on, this is just nonsense. Oh. No, actually this won't make any sense. I want to get rid of this stupid brake fading, as you can see here, 0.1, and if I increase the pad type one more, I will get the stupid warning light of the front brake force is very high. How about if I use, no, 2 pistons will actually make everything worse. Let's see if I can get rid of it. No, now we have the rear brakes. Again, single piston. No, I'm ruining everything here. No, get back to 75. Screw it, I don't care about this warning light. Okay, the front brake force is very high. Okay, more high force. I don't care about that. Actually, when I talked to the developers about these stupid warning lights, they told me that I care too much about these warning lights. Well, I should be, I should care about these warning lights. I mean, a perfect car should have no warning lights, but sometimes these warning lights get you in your nerves. All right, moving on. So fully clad under tray with cooling flaps and also active rear wing. 15 on the front angle, on the front lip. They should call this one lip, not front wing. And the rear wing angle is 0. This is actually a very weird setup, but since this car is an all-wheel drive wagon, not rear-wheel drive, aerodynamics are not really relevant because we already have the mechanical grip from the 4 tires, and now adding when I start to add more downforce to the rear and the front, the car around corners actually got slower, not faster. The test track timing got very long. So now when I slammed it down to 0 and this one to 15, I tried it 1, 2, 3, 4 all the way to 15, and this is actually the most perfect number for the front lip angle, and the 0 is the most effective number for the rear wing angle. Also, when I tried to disable the active error, the car got extremely slow. I mean, it lost around 20 seconds around the test track. I'm not really sure what happened, but when I chose the active wing again, everything went back to normal. Fully clad, as you saw, 0 quality. The engine airflow, or the engine cooling airflow, is 55, and as you can see, the brake airflow is 100, 0 quality. I'm using only 4 seats because I want to make the car light. I don't want to give it that extremely high weight with a rear bench here. And actually the customers loved it. As you can see, I'm using sport interior, premium sat nav entertainment with 0 quality here, electric variable power steering, electronic stability control plus launch control plus 5 quality, standard 10 safety. As you can see, I'm using also active comfort, semi-active dampers, passive sway bars. This is a very custom setup of suspension. Minus 1.4 degrees of camber in front, positive 0.1 degrees in the rear. The spring stiffness is 4.60 in the front, 4.80 in the rear. The damper stiffness is 360 in front, 340 in the rear. Sway bar stiffness is 8,200 in the front, 4,800 in the rear. Whew, that was long. Okay, and the ride height is 219.1 millimeters, which should not set off any stupid cargo, or yes, the rear cargo warning light. As you can see, we don't have that stupid warning light, so you can actually put cargo in the rear. You can use it as a daily driving car with 0 quality here. This is the final result. This is the script sheet of all the options available on the car, and this is, as you can see, the material cost is fairly low. It can do 19.1 mpg, much better than a Dodge Viper, and the emissions are low even for a V10 engine. Production units and the engineering time is, I consider it very good for a very sporty wagon. The car is using nearly all the octane. The service cost is a little bit expensive, but you know, $3,480 in a year. I consider it. Yes, I know it's expensive, but remember, this is a very sporty wagon. The footprint is big. What else? The car is very practical. It has good utility points to it. Not very good on off-road. It's reliable. It has good environmental resistance. It's safe, prestigious, has good comfort to it, and not bad actually for a very sporty car. The car is sporty. The car is very drivable, and it will only cost you with 10% to the company of profits, $51,810. Cheap for a 6.5 liter 712 horsepower V10 all-wheel drive wagon. Alright, moving on to the test track. As you can see, the car can go from 0 to 100 in 3.2 seconds. The Viper, the latest version of the Viper, can do it in 3.5 seconds. I'm actually reading this off the internet right now. and the quarter mile in the Dodge Viper, all right, it's 11.24, 11.24. So this one is 11.23. So we are only a hair of time behind, not behind, in front of the Dodge Viper. Alright, as you can see, we can do much better fuel economy. We are cooking, and yes, the 0 to 100 and the top speed of the Viper is 206 miles per hour, which is 330 kilometers per hour. This is 341, so it's more than 206 miles per hour. We have no brake fading, of course. The stopping distance is very good. Aerodynamics are not really relevant here because we have, as I said, the mechanical grip of the all-wheel drive. Now let's go around the test track and show you what kind of time we'll get here. Amazing, 1 minute 17 seconds, 0.88, which is quick for the famous Top Gear test track. And now let's move on to the automation test track, because as always I'm interested in what kind of speed we will reach here on this straight line. Alright, let's begin. absolutely great. 2 minutes 9 seconds point 47. Very, very, very good. So as you can see, it's a perfect wagon, and I'm sure that I killed the Dodge Viper in power, acceleration, top speed, everywhere. Fuel economy, like what else? Practicality, everywhere. Absolutely amazing. Of course, the Dodge Viper is much more lightweight than this wagon, but remember, this is a family wagon that can kill the famous Dodge Viper, and it will only cost you around $51,810, which is cheap for a 712 horsepower naturally aspirated V10 in front, all-wheel drive, lightweight, advanced high-strength steel chassis, aluminum panels, double wishbone suspension in front, multi-links in the rear, carbon ceramic disc brakes front and rear, as you can see. It's a sporty interior with premium sat-nav entertainment system. What else? What else do you want? Quick 0 to 100 time, quick quarter-mile time, very quick top speed. Everything you want in a family sporty. I'm gonna call this one a family super sport wagon. Yes, family super sport wagon. This is the category that this vehicle should be in. This vehicle should be in. I'm really happy with the end result. And if you like the video, guys, remember, if you enjoy the video, press that like button with me. Let me see those likes go up in the sky. And if you are new to the channel, get subscribed, share the video if you want to share it, because it is awesome. And I'm really happy with the end result. If you are interested, you can request more videos, you can request engines, you can request whatever you want. You can add me on my Snapchat. My Snap code is available on my channel. And again, thank you so much, Mr. Anarchist Pineapple. Thank you so much for your cool request. I'm gonna see you very, very soon with more requests than this one and even more. And for now, goodbye, my friends.